Proud to serve northeastern and central Pennsylvania. This is WNEP TV 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, Jack Ruland in Skycam 16, meteorologist Tom Clark with his backyard forecast, and Tim Carlson Sports. This is Newswatch 16.
Good evening. Karen Harch has the night off. I'm Nolan Johannes. Workers are on strike at the Atlas Powder Company in Schuylkill County. It's the first strike against a dynamite maker in 16 years. Newswatch 16's Bob Costantini says both sides hope to reach a settlement soon.
The Atlas Powder Company plant in Reynolds near Tamaqua seems very quiet. Management-level workers reportedly are inside doing some work. But people who would normally be inside have set up picket lines near the plant entrance. They are striking over wage and benefits differences with the company. Though this is the first strike since 1971, some here are veterans of previous work stoppages. Husband and wife strikers, Morgan and Helen Jones, have gone through 3 before, with each lasting a few months.
What does it mean when both of your incomes are cut off?
It hurts. I guess it would after a while. But for the cause and what it is and what they're doing, we'll go along with it.
But it must worry you now because of past history.
Yes, we don't know what's coming before us. Oh, it's bad.
The Oil, Chemical, and Atomic Workers Union local narrowly rejected the company's latest proposal.
The company thought we had a contract, but we didn't in our mind, and we didn't think our people would accept it. When we took it for a vote, the people by a vote of 139 to 135 turned it down.
Atlas Powder officials will not comment on camera, but do say the narrow vote against the contract indicates that many unionized workers do not want to strike. Talks are set for this evening.
Both sides say they're optimistic that a settlement to this strike can be reached quickly. But as you can see out here on the picket line, some of the strikers are setting up equipment, which indicates they may be here for some time. Bob Costantini, Newswatch 16, Reynolds, Schuylkill County.
And the Weather Watch is next with Chief Meteorologist Tom Clark. Tom, it turned out to be a nice afternoon.
Yeah, a little bit cooler, too.
Right.
And tonight we're dedicating the forecast to everyone on vacation this week. Oh, it looks great. And when we come back, we'll talk about how long the dry spell is going to last this week. Now, you're watching Newswatch 16 on WNEP TV. We're proud to serve Clamtown and all of Schuylkill County.
Lifestyles of the rich and thrifty. They save on gasoline by pumping their own. And they shop the Town and Country Furniture Midsummer Sale, where they save on Henredon, Pennsylvania House, and Century in the new Century Gallery. You too can save with the rich and thrifty at Town and Country Furniture, Wilkes-Barre's best during their Midsummer Sale, now in progress.
Listen to the heartbeat of Pennsylvania.
Northeastern Pennsylvania, now is your time to save at Valley Chevrolet. We've slashed our prices on the entire line of 87 car models to make room for the incoming 88s. Hurry in today, because time is running out.
Chevrolet! That's Valley Chevrolet.
Just below the Wyoming Valley Mall, Wilkes-Barre.
Tom says, if you're on vacation, do I have a forecast for you? Tom?
Nolan, that is right. A beautiful weather pattern shaping up for all areas of Pennsylvania this week. We had a storm come right over the state last night. Some heavy rain in some areas. Southern Luzerne County picked up upwards to an inch of rain last night from some big storms. But the front came through. The wind shifted. A cool northerly wind out back tonight. It is delightful. We'll begin in Center County, out in Howard, where Alan Thompson tells me 76 degrees now. Foreman Osborne checks in with 69 in Millgrove in Columbia County. And Bob Rosina has 67 in Carverton now. Nice and cool up there this evening. Next, a view today from near the Cunningham Valley in southern Luzerne County, where they had the heavy rain last night. Just everything lush and green. 68 degrees out back. The humidity, 67%. The wind from the north at 12. The barometer rising from 29.95. Our high temperature here today, 71 degrees. 81 is normal. 66 last night. 48. The record low set back in 1964. A big thunderstorm 1 year ago today here in our backyard. Checking Skywatch 16's live Doppler radar. The 150-mile scan not detecting any thunderstorms across the area tonight. No rain showers as well. It's a nice dry sweep. Here's the cloud photograph just in. Well, we almost had Tropical Storm Arlene come ashore this morning, but not quite. The winds in this storm system down here did not reach 40 miles per hour, but it was strong enough, the storm, to dump some heavy rainfall amounts over Louisiana. It was on this date back in 1980 that Hurricane Allen washed ashore over Texas. 15 to 20 inches of rain fell in that area back in 1980 on this date from Allen. Another cluster of thunderstorms that's worth watching south of Florida. And to the north, a line of thunderstorms here. That marks the leading edge of the cool air that came through last night across Pennsylvania. Out ahead of it, 100 of the record high today in Savannah, Georgia. But farther north, this Canadian high building down now in northerly winds. And it looks like this high is going to hold on for most of the rest of this week. I see hardly any chance of rain between now and Saturday. Tonight, a touch of fall in the air. A beautiful night. The moon rising later on this evening. And 55 in Mashopin tonight, dropping down to about the middle 50s in the Briarbrook section of Mountaintop. 59 in Clamtown. A breeze this evening. It'll be comfortable. A north wind overnight. The sunrise time tomorrow morning is at 6:08, and the sun sets tomorrow evening at 8:08. Days getting shorter. Tonight then, partly cloudy this evening, becoming mostly clear later on tonight in the upper 50s in our backyard. Sunshine tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. Comfortable temperatures, the humidity comfortable as well, upper 70s to near 80. And then on Friday and Saturday, it looks like we will be warming up back to above normal, up into the middle 80s. But again, hardly any chance of rain between now and Saturday.
For those of us who work late tonight, Tom, will we be able to see that meteor shower you've been talking about?
I was just going to talk about that.
Yeah?
It's going to come to a peak Wednesday, Nolan, but moonlight's going to interfere greatly this time around. But I think you should be able to see more than the usual number of meteors if your neck doesn't give out first.
Well, take out the old hammock and look up today.
That's an idea.
Okay.
We'll see you later.
See you on the update. Sports Watch is next with Tim Carlson and the start of a series of reports from the pro football training camps. Tonight's stop, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Boy, is my dad grouchy. He's overstocked and had reduced the prices on over 70 mobile and modular homes. You'll save $1,000 more. Wyoming Homes has the lowest prices and quality homes with guaranteed service. I'd also put a smile on your face after you make my dad smile. I might take my brother and me to Disney World. And that's a great idea. Exeter and Bloomsburg.
You want to get a Pepsi?
Sounds good.
Didn't think it would happen this early, Tim. I have the football spirit after that Rams-Broncos game that I saw over the weekend.
That was a jolly good football game.
Good.
How come they play so well over there? They don't play these kind of football games over here.
Right.
I think the British like that American football, as they like to call it. That was a great football game. Over the next couple of weeks, it is football season, and Sports Watch 16 will be taking you to the training camps of the Philadelphia Eagles, the New York Jets, and the Super Bowl champion New York Giants. We'll start off with a series of reports from the Eagles camp today, and the obvious place to start with the Eagles is quarterback, and who's going to replace the now departed Ron Jaworski. Tom Tidy tells us who's fighting for the job.
Before the start of this season, the Eagles need to find a replacement for quarterback Ron Jaworski. Right now, there is one front runner, and that's Randall Cunningham. He has the mobility and the arm strength. But close behind is Matt Cavanaugh with 10 years of NFL experience.
I think it's going to be competitive. Randall's been named a starter, and he's made an awful lot of progress since February when they started the off-season workouts. I'm coming in looking to be competitive and hoping to get a shot, but it's just everybody should come into camp with the attitude of trying to improve, and that's what I'm doing here.
Yeah, I got a lot of the confidence in Coach Ryan and the coaching staff because they put me on the spot and gave me the opportunity to play here. I feel good about it. I feel great, really, because it's that time to start winning games, and I think we can do the job.
It appears that Eagle players like former Penn Stater Kenny Jackson are confident with both Cunningham and Kavanaugh.
It's always important to be able to play with both quarterbacks because in the NFL with 16 games is very difficult. You know, especially in the past couple of years, the way defenses have been playing and so many blitzes and so forth, for one quarterback to make it through the whole season. So, you know, hopefully it won't happen to either one. And Randall right now is #1 and deservedly so. But again, you know, I've worked with Kavanaugh long enough to appreciate him also. So I feel comfortable with either one. They're both experienced right now, and I think they both can lead the team very well.
It's very rare for Philadelphia coach Buddy Ryan to mince words, and when asked to describe the differences between his quarterbacking candidates, he didn't disappoint anyone.
Well, about, 10 years age difference to start with. One's black, one's white guy, you know, and that's about the difference, I guess. One's got a little stronger arm than the other one.
Hopefully for Eagle fans, Buddy Ryan will have more positive things to say about his quarterbacks during the regular season. Tom Tidy, Sports Watch 16 at the Eagles training camp at Westchester University.
Buddy Ryan's something else, isn't he? More on the Eagles tomorrow as Tom Tidy goes over the rest of the offensive setup, and hopefully Buddy will have a reasonable answer tomorrow. A couple of teams from the Channel 16 viewing area will be playing in the State Little League Championship Series starting tomorrow in Bethlehem. The Carbino Club from Lackawanna County will meet Council Rocks from the western part of the state at 3 p.m. And then at 6 p.m., Montoursville from Lycoming County will meet Western Representative Hermitage. Both games will be played at the Lehigh Little League Field in Bethlehem. We'll have highlights of the first game tomorrow night at 6 and a look at both games tomorrow night at 11. And the pennant races in Major League Baseball rage on, and they're really cooking. The Yanks, who dropped to second place a half game behind Toronto, are out in Kansas City tonight while the Jays play in Toronto. The Mets are in, Montreal is at New York playing the Mets, and they're trailing St. Louis by 4.5 are the Mets. The Cards are in Pittsburgh. All the highlights tonight. And, of course, the Instabats are playing tonight, 7 o'clock at McAdoo for the Fire Ambulance Association, and that's always a fun game.
Mm-hmm. You think the Yanks are a little worried this year? Yankee fans are worried this year?
I don't think they have to be worried too much right now. They're only a half game behind. There's a long way to go.
Long way to go.
See you later.
Timmy, thanks. When Newswatch 16 continues, the Wayne County Fair gets underway. We'll take you to Honesdale next.
Fowler Motors is unleashing the shortest car sale in their history. Literally, it's Fowler Motors Short Sale. Short deals being given out by salespeople in shorts. In fact, Fowler Motors promises you the shortest deal ever on every new and used car in stock.
How short is it?
It's the shortest sale in town, so take the shortcut to short deals from our salespeople in shorts at our annual short sale at Fowler Motors, downtown Williamsport.
Surfing USA.
Hi, I'm John Luciani. Concrete Step manufactures and installs precast steps year-round. Here's some of the steps we take. Concrete units are manufactured under quality, consistent conditions. Units are delivered by crane and generally installed within the hour. There's no mess or cleanup, and the steps can be used immediately. We also install iron railings. You take the next step. Call Concrete Step Units, Scranton. It's a step in the right direction.
Finally tonight, for 125 years, it's been county fair time for people in Wayne County, and it's that time once again. The fairgrounds in Honesdale opened officially today with the rides and games on the Midway starting up about 3 hours ago. There'll be an annual woodsman's competition and fireworks tonight for the 125th anniversary special. And through the week, a tractor driving contest, a truck pull tomorrow night, Joey Chitwood's Auto Thrill Show, demolition derbies this weekend, and of course, judging in agricultural animals and foods. Admission is $3 to the fairgrounds in Wayne County. Most of the grandstand events are free throughout the week here in Honesdale for the fairgoers. And that is Newswatch 16 for Monday. Be sure to join us tonight on Newswatch 16 Update when Valerie Devine will have more on that jury's decision of a guilty plea in a Wayne County murder case. World News Tonight is next for the team, including Karen, who has this night off. Thank you for joining us, and enjoy your evening.
If you have a home videotape camera, you can become part of the Newswatcher network. When you see news, you can shoot news for Newswatch 16. If we use a videotape story you shot, we'll pay you and mention your name on the air. But we can't use your tape unless you're a part of the Newswatcher network. For information, write Newswatcher, WNEP TV, Wilkes-Barre Scranton Airport, Avoca, Pennsylvania, 18641. and we'll send you information on joining the Newswatcher network.